Hello everybody, it's Julia here with another instalment of my Learn Tarot series. I think this is video 7, and today we're going to be looking at the Lovers, which is card number 6 in the Major Arcana. So I'm trying to get my white sage going here, and all it's doing is just dropping little bits everywhere, so there we go. That'll do. There. It's nice to clear the energy. So, as usual, I've got my tarot cards out here, and I'm going to read and tell you a little bit about the Lovers card. I'm going to show you some of my cards, and I'll give you some questions for self-reflection. I do genuinely believe that tarot's biggest gift to us is as an aid, as a tool for self-reflection, really. The archetypes within tarot cards are universal. They're things that we can all relate to in one way or another. So they're a brilliant way to look at yourself, really. So the Lovers. Let's pick up a Rider-Waite card here. So the Lovers. This is Gemini, and Gemini is ruled by Mercury. This is card number 6, and the number 6 in numerology represents harmony and balance. So love is a force that makes you choose and decide for reasons you often can't understand. It's about making you surrender to a force, to surrender control to a higher power. In interpretation, the card suggests that you could come across a person, a career, a challenge, or a thing that you will fall in love with. You might know instinctively that it's a path that you must follow, no matter the sacrifice. And without it, you would not feel complete. So this archetype represents the art of loyalty and commitment in all relationships. This card is about finding your twin, your other self. It's about messages and communication and trusting your instincts. Questions that are relevant are: what people do we attract and why? Are you aware of the need for long-term sacrifice to make relationships work? In its higher realms, this card can represent love, truthfulness, honour, harmony, intimacy, allowing others the space to be themselves, curiosity, playfulness, passion, compassion, sincerity in making choices based on higher principles. And in its lower realms, this card can represent illicit love, momentary gratification, clinginess, unreliability, frustration in love, fickleness, yearning and temptation, untrustworthiness, and the struggle between sacred and profane love. So there we go. Looking at the imagery of all these cards, they're all quite similar, really, I guess. They all look at those various aspects of relationships, such as harmony, balance, duality, the need to make choices, maturity. I can see all of that here in these cards. So we have here, this is the Light Seekers Tarot. I'm just turning my heater off as usual. My heater goes on and off, on and off. So this is the Light Seekers Tarot, which is quite a contemporary deck. And here we can see the sort of merging and sort of blending of two people into one, I guess. This is a card here of physical love and physical attraction, I would say. In the Anarchy Tarot here, we have a slightly different interpretation of the couple here, in that this is a much older couple here. These two look like they've been together a long time. They're very comfortable with each other. I would say that this couple have grown and matured together, haven't they? That's perhaps what's going on there. We have the Psychic Tarot here, which again represents harmony and balance and connection within relationships. The same here with the Mystical Cats Tarot. The two gorgeous cats curled up together here, comfortable and close and connected. We have the two Rider-Waite cards here. This is the traditional Rider-Waite card with the traditional lovers, with the angel above them, the sun above them, Eve. We have sort of representations of Eve because she's got a tree with apples behind her and a snake curling up the tree. I'm not entirely sure what the tree is behind the man there. I'm sure that's something I could look up, or you could look up. But yeah, the symbology is all there really, isn't it? And with the Rider-Waite Tarot of the New Vision, we're looking at this couple from behind, aren't we? We're looking to see what they are seeing. And they're looking out to this beautiful, abundant countryside, really, full of animals, full of promise, I guess that card says to me. It's full of fertility and promise, isn't it? Which ultimately is the outcome of the lovers, isn't it? So that's what we've got going on there. In the Visconti Sforza deck, which is my 1975 deck, I think, here of cards, got a slightly different interpretation here. In fact, I find this card quite troubling, really. I think it's probably the artwork and the condition of the artwork when it was reproduced here is that it's not great. Because it's very red, this card. This here is supposed to be Cupid, who's about to shoot an arrow blindfolded at this couple. And when I look at the couple, the female here seems like she might be a young sort of teenage female, but the male here looks very, very young. I guess this is how things were. These cards come from the mid-15th century, and I guess people were betrothed to each other by their families at a very young age, actually, because that's what's looking like what's going on here. They're shaking hands, aren't they? It's like they're agreeing to this commitment here. They're agreeing to the possibility of Cupid becoming involved, I think, is what's here. That this couple are betrothed to each other, that they're not necessarily in love, but they have choices to make. They're going to mature together, I guess. What else do we have here? We have the lovers from the Game of Thrones tarot, which is Jon Snow and Ygritte. Is it Ygritte? I'm trying to think what her name is. Let me have a little look in the book. Let's see if there's a slightly different angle on this card, because obviously theirs was a tragic love affair, really, wasn't it? It was not to be. So we've got here these two outsiders, a wildling and a man labelled as illegitimate, have just survived a perilous climb. The skyscraper with its grey and orange holds the light of love and clouds of doubt. Love, like the wall itself, means risk. This is love, and Ygritte has claimed Jon. I'm your woman now, Jon Snow. Jon looks directly at Ygritte, yet her eyes are cast downward. The lovers brings love and a decision to commit to a relationship or a new venture with an open heart, or to sacrifice an opportunity that cannot grow. So consider the long-term impact of your choices rather than short-term gain. If single, the card can predict a new partner and asks, are you ready for love? I think I like that sentiment actually about the lovers here that they've got here, is that there's a decision, isn't there? Even with attraction to another person, there's always a decision to commit to that relationship with an open heart. And to do that, there needs to be a degree of sacrifice. Otherwise, that opportunity can't grow. There needs to be a kind of sacrifice of aspects of yourself, of your own individuality, to move into a place of shared energy and duality. So yeah. And the last card I wanted to show you is the Osho Zen card, which again I'm sure will have a slightly different take on these energies. We have roses here that represent love. We have the heart. I'm not sure what the symbol is. There's some sacred geometry in the middle there between these two people. Not sure what else there is there. Let's have a look in the book and see what there is to say about the lovers. I do love the book that comes with this Osho Zen here, actually. There's just a whole world of inspiration within this book. So, what we call love is really a whole spectrum of relating, reaching from the earth to the sky. At the most earthly level, love is sexual attraction. Many of us remain stuck there because our conditioning has burdened our sexuality with all kinds of expectations and repressions. Actually, the biggest problem with sexual love is that it never lasts. Only if we accept this fact can we then really celebrate it for what it is, to welcome its happening and to say goodbye with gratitude when it's not there. Then as we mature, we can begin to experience the love that exists beyond sexuality and honour the unique individuality of the other. We begin to understand that our partner often functions as a mirror, reflecting unseen aspects of our deeper self and supporting us to become whole. This love is based in freedom, not expectation or need. Its wings take us higher and higher towards the universal love that experiences all as one. These three things are to be taken note of. The lowest love is sex. It is physical. And the highest refinement of love is compassion. Sex is below love and compassion is above love. Love is exactly in the middle. Very few people know what love is. 99% of people, unfortunately, think sexuality is love, but it is not. Sexuality is very animal. It certainly has the potential of growing into love, but it is not actual love, only a potential. If you become aware and alert, then sex can be transformed into love. And if your meditation becomes total, absolute love can be transformed into compassion. Sex is the seed, love is the flower, compassion is the fragrance. Buddha has defined compassion as love plus meditation. When your love is not just a desire for the other, when your love is not only a need, when your love is a sharing, when your love is not that of a beggar but an emperor, when your love is not asking for something in return but is ready only to give for the sheer joy of giving. Then add a meditation to it, and that pure fragrance is released. That is compassion, and compassion is the highest phenomenon. See, that's fantastic, isn't it? I would never have the words to be able to express that sentiment, but it's right, isn't it? You know, sexual love doesn't last, but real love, real compassion, real selfless love that requires sacrifice and effort is really the thing to aim for, isn't it, in life? That's the thing that gets you here, that gets you to this place, which is beautiful, isn't it? Growing old gracefully together. So if we were to meditate upon the energy of these cards, upon the energy of the lovers, some questions that we could ask ourselves that would help in our introspection and our self-reflection would be things such as, do you have a significant relationship in your life? How does this relationship mirror your own sense of self-worth? Do you have choices or decisions to make in love? What needs to be combined, integrated, or synthesized in order to be brought together in your life? Are you aware of the male and female energies within yourself, and which resonates more strongly? What or who do you feel compassion for, and how does this manifest itself within your life? There's so many questions, really. As I said before, what people do we attract and why? Are you aware for the need of long-term sacrifice in order to make relationships work? So many questions. I think the energy of the lovers is so very strong in all of us. It's something that all of us, to one degree or another, crave, is that connection with another person. And I think as we get older, that desire changes and kind of morphs into something a little bit deeper. So there we go, everybody. I hope that you enjoyed that. I hope that you're enjoying the season of these videos. I'm so grateful to all of you being here watching my videos. There's so many fantastic tarot readers on YouTube. The fact that you're here with me is wonderful. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, I would love for you to do that. And if you could give me a thumbs up, that would be brilliant. So I shall see you again with the next instalment, which is the Chariot.